What a day, everybody. Here we are on Tuesday, December 2nd, and we're starting on time. Yoo-hoo! Many thanks to Julie yesterday for getting us all straightened out and up to speed. And I have to say, Julie and I are going to, on Sunday, watch what our renter group does so that at the end of the day we can undo what they do so that we are able to go live Monday on time. But if we can't figure it out, just remember that maybe Monday Minute for the next couple Mondays may start late. So normally we are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday at 10:30 live on Facebook and YouTube. That's where you can see us live. If not, you catch us later on Facebook or YouTube. And of course, if you don't have YouTube, please go to YouTube, subscribe there, then search for mysewingroom.ca, and our dot is DOT, and then you can subscribe to us and then hit the little notification bell, and when we do go live you'll get the notification and you can catch us live if it fits into your schedule. If not, you can definitely watch us later, Facebook or YouTube. So of course I need to express my appreciation for those people that hang in there with us every time, every week, who have been there throughout the years, because it's been a while that we've been on Facebook and YouTube ever since COVID struck. So we are pleased to be here with people. And there's my Glenda, looking forward to day 6, you bet. I got my water just so I have good singing voice. Good morning, Ruth. All right. Well, thank you. So we've got some live audience out there. So let's thank you again for all your likes, your loves. Every time you comment, it's very appreciated, especially when you share with us. And as I say, when you either subscribe to Facebook or YouTube, that is marvelous, simply marvelous. Okay, all right, a few shout outs today to get December 2nd going. And that's a shout out to Mary Zed, who stopped in yesterday. Just had a little worry about the foot that we'd pick for foot of the, for special foot. Don't worry, next week Mary's foot's coming up, Monday. So join us Monday for the Bernina pick of the week for the foot. All right, so that's it. Shout out to Mary Zed, Teresa S., who stopped in yesterday. Good wishes to Lana T., Helen O., Carol D., Sandy A., Tina B., Michelle G., Dorothy T., Auntie Joan, Ruth C., Teresa W., Rita B., Nancy C., Glenda I., Wendy P., wow, we had a lot of watchers last week, Loanne F., Maureen C., oh my gosh, it was like Old Town Home Week last week. Maureen joined us online. Leah came into the store. Lori came into the store. We went and saw Chelsea, and Jillian was watching us from home as well. So we're hoping that all is going well with all of you, and thank you so much. Oh, and I forgot, we also ran into Gwen A. on the weekend. So thanks to all of the old staff. It's always great to see everybody when they drop by or we see them elsewhere. It's wonderful. All right, that's our shout outs. Are you ready for some singing for the 6th day of Stitchmas? Okay, here we go. Got to get my thimble. Are you ready? Here we go. Better have a little sip, right? Okay. Sounds good. Here we go. On the 6th day of Stitchmas, my thimble gave to me 6 hand projects, 5 golden pins, 4 quilting bees, 3 fabric scissors, 2 rotary cutters, and a pattern in a pear tree. Woo! We're getting so good. So you notice those were little hand stitching projects. So guess what we're talking about today? Thimble and I are going to talk to you about some very beautiful hand stitching projects. Now, you probably heard me grouse a little bit about hand stitching because I'm not as expert as some of the people in our store. Anne, Dawn, Betty, and or Julie. I mean, everybody makes good hand stitching projects. I just kind of do the best I can. And you probably heard this story about what happened to my little hand stitching candle mat that had bees on it, really cute all the way around, and you put the candle in the middle. I put it on the little table in the living room, and Tater the dog came to visit, and he chewed that up, no problem. And as Betty would say, tasted good, tasted like chicken, because it had little chicks on it. Anyway, so my hand stitching projects are few and far between, but that's not to say that we don't have some very beautiful hand stitching things at this store. And so let's have a little look at them. I mean, oh my goodness. I went around the store, and you're only supposed to have 7. But holy doodles, look at all of this stuff I ended up finding. And they're all a little bit different in the genre that they capture. So good morning, Dorothy. Glad you could join us. Morning, Nancy. Yeah, we're talking hand stitching projects. So I want to show you one that long ago and far away, a lovely person named Barb, Julie's aunt, used to work with us, and she did these, the llama stitching ones. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're Stitcher's Revolution. It's called Iron On Embroidery Pattern, and this is the llama drama, and it's so cute. She put this on a little onesie. Look at that little llama face. How cute is that? And then, of course, she put it on the back of a hoodie here. It is the big llama. Isn't that gorgeous? That is so pretty. And look at all the little French knots and little chain stitching, and just beautiful. So of course Barb was extremely good at this, and she did a lot of classes for us for hand stitching. So that's beautiful. So that's one thing that you can do. We have patterns that you can print onto, iron onto your works and do them. All right, and of course, I'm going to brag a little bit about Miss Ann's things. She just finished this one for us. I've got it hooked up here, so maybe I'll just bend it down. If you remember the moth, this is by Nest Embroideries, and it's just beautiful. I like this part where you cut it off and make a fuzzy little body. That is so gorgeous. So, of course, you can see she has wonderful, delicate stitches, and those are the Nest Embroideries. And I picked out a couple. There's the olive clubtail dragonfly and the penguin pal. I like the penguin pal. He's really cute. Anyways, these are wonderful kits. They come with everything you need. DMC floss, embroidery needle, pre-printed pattern, fabric for stitching, fabric for backing, an embroidery hoop, and of course instructions. Always need those instructions on how to make those beautiful stitches. But those are really cute. They're mini embroidery kits. It doesn't take long to accomplish them. Something fun for a stocking or someone who is just learning to do hand stitching. Just beautiful. All right, so those are the Nest Embroideries. Oh, these are so cute. Anna made these decorations for us, so you'll see them out front. But these are actually stitched ornament kits, and they're done on wood. And there's a rabbit and a penguin and a deer. Penguin must be the in thing. And these are by Kiriki. I'm going to get it right yet. Kiriki, but they're made in Canada. They're absolutely adorable. And you have everything in here that you need. You have your needle, your floss, and your pattern. And you do the stitching. You get the instructions, do the stitching, and they make lovely stitched ornaments for your tree or fun projects for little people to learn how to stitch on in the holes there. That's really cool. All right. The other one that you've probably become very familiar with is the Snowbell Wall Hanging Kit. We had it as one of the free giveaways last month for the pattern, but this can be done either on your embroidery machine, or I should say just regular machine with their stitching, or you can do this with hand stitching, and it's just the sweetest little kit. And of course, everything in here, it comes with the pattern fabric for the quilt top and binding. You just need your backing and batting to finish it off. And it ends up being about 17 inches by 17 inches. Really, really cute. So there's another hand project. Oh my goodness. Okay, where do we go from there? So we've done some stitching. We've made some ornaments. We've doing, how about cross stitch? Now, I know that both the people that are in my audience today, Kyle and Julie and Dawn, who's around the corner, have all done one of these beautiful little cross stitch mini kits. How was it, guys? Okay, I got thumbs up and I got a really fun and it was great. So Merry Christmas is this one with a little wreath on it. This one's Santa face, ho, ho, ho. And then Have a Jolly Christmas, and it's the jolly holly branches. And then Leading the Sleigh, the Rudolph Way, and it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And I think those are, would you say they're fairly simple? Yeah. Yes? Okay, I got a big yes on that. So I'm thinking for first-time cross-stitch people, for people who need, small project, like a little Christmas gift to put on someone's tree, or young people learning how to cross stitch, I'm thinking those would be really cute. I got a yep on that too. Awesome. So those are those little cross stitch mini kits. All right. So now the other thing that you can work with, of course, is wool. And these are adorable. We've had some of these around for a while, but these are so cute. I just picked the Christmas ones. This is Cottonwood Creations, and this is Rudy. So I'm going to go with he's Rudy the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We also have Snowbird because it's a Santa, not a Santa. Okay, I don't know, a Santa from a snowman. Snowman with a little cardinal on its head. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. And then there's the other Cottonwood creation, which is Flaky. And he is definitely a snowman with that big carrot nose. So these are some really cute hand patterns that you can create. We have some lovely wool, we have some wonderful thread, and we have some, what else do we have? Stuffing, wool pieces, floss, just some beautiful things to make these creations. And of course, when I say thread, I want you to think about Thursday Thread Day. Ooh, the 7th day. Anyways, beautiful little patterns. We've got a lot of these and samples so that you can see exactly how they're made. And they're all cute little pin cushions. Great for somebody who is a sewer or a crafter or quilter. All right. Now, I have one more. Now, this year we've been talking about Corinne Lapierre. She's things that are made in Britain, and she has made a whole series of hand stitched items. Really sweet. Look at this. I think Dawn made this. This is the Wool Mix Felt Craft Kit Needle Case. Isn't that adorable? Look at those beautiful stitches. So you learn a daisy chain, you learn French knots, you learn straight stitch, and you learn chain stitch for sure. And then you just put your needles in here and keep it safe. Isn't that sweet? That is this one, the Wool Knit Craft Felt Craft Kit. Ooh, that's a big word to say for me. Anyways, isn't that beautiful? Okay, so there's other ones, and I picked out some Christmassy ones. There's a gingerbread man. Isn't cute? He'd make a great ornament. And so is the pudding. Oh my God, plum pudding. Isn't that cute? And these would make really nice stocking stuffers, or if you were to make them, great little ornaments and gifts. Those are so sweet. I want to show you one more that Miss Dawn made. Isn't this cute? This is the Wool Mix Felt Craft Kit Pin Cushion. Look at all those different stitches. Blanket stitch. There's a cross stitch there. There's a French knot. Is there daisy chains in here? Yeah, daisy chains on the top. Aren't they beautiful? Look at the exquisite hand stitching. Yeah, as I say, there are some people in our store that are so talented. It's just a privilege to work with them. All right, so that, everyone, are 7 hand stitching projects. just keep you busy. Just keep you busy, as if you don't have enough to do between now and Christmas. But these are some really beautiful things. And I want to thank my thimble very much for getting me some hand stitching projects. Awesome. Wonderful. Talk to you later, thimble. All right. You guys have been such a good audience. You deserve to be inundated with jokes. How about 6 different jokes for the 6th day of Stitchmas? All right, you ready? Where's that snowman that I saw earlier? Here we go. Let's talk to the snowman. Hey, snowman, what do snowmen eat for lunch? Icebergers. I know, they're silly. Okay, what kind of photos do elves take? Why, elfies, of course. What do you call an elf that runs away from Santa's workshop? How about a rebel without a claws? So what's another name for elf feet? Mistletoes. All right, what's an elf's favorite candy? Ornaments. Okay, last one for today. 6th one. Are you ready? What's every elf's favorite type of music? Rap music. Whoop, whoop, punch. Yay! So that are our 6 jokes for the 6th day of Stitchmas. Oh my gosh, I hope everybody joins me on Thursday to do the 7th day of Stitchmas and get 7 wonderful jokes, right? Wonderful. Anyways, all right, I've got a few items I want to announce. I haven't got it into the calendar yet because our dear Tyler is not feeling well. But I do have them in our computer at front. So if you call the store, 403-252-3711, or drop in, I can hook you up for some new social sewing dates. All right, so this week we actually have a kind of extended into the Saturday. So you can do Thursday, December 4th, Friday, December 5th, and Saturday, December 6th, because we really don't have anybody renting on Saturday. So you could come in on Thursday, Friday, Saturday and have a 3-day kind of retreat here at the store. It's only $10 a day plus tax, and you can be here from 10:30 to 4:30. And if you decide you're going to do the overnight thing, your stuff is safe right here. You can just leave it on the table of yours choosing and come back the next day and carry on. So this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for social sewing. Now, if you didn't make it, we have a whole week next week, well, almost a whole week, from Tuesday, December 9th, right through to Friday, December 12th. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Sadly, we have people on either weekend, like the Saturday and Sunday of that week, and then the following Saturday and Sunday until Christmas. So we're kind of that December 6th is our only Saturday available. The following week, if you're interested, we have social sewing on Tuesday, December 16th. Wednesday, of course, is our Quilts from the Heart, and this is their last one before Christmas. It's their Christmas gathering, and it's always a delightful time, a great time if you want to join Quilts from the Heart, to come down at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, December 17th. Meet all of the lovely volunteers. They actually have a nice Christmas lunch, and they can start you off in the right direction. So I just wanted to send out a little plea to, I heard from Betty, who's helping, great, name went right out of my head. That's so good. Nancy helped. Betty and Nancy are running the program this year, and I heard from Nancy that yes, we need money for Quilts from the Heart so they can continue to get batting and things like that, but our long armors who do it out of the goodness of their heart and provide their own thread are running low on thread money. So that's another worthwhile charity cause. If you want to give to Quilts from the Heart, we can put it right onto their account. If you would like to donate some cash to our thread stash, then we just put that into an envelope for our lovely people who are in long arming for that, so they can purchase more thread. So that's a plea out there. All right, back to social sewing. So that last week we have Tuesday, December 16th, Thursday, December 18th, and Friday, December 20th. And then we have bookings on that Saturday. And then, of course, the next week is Christmas. Woo, woo, how fast it went by, eh? How fast, how fast, how fast. All right, so those are the new social sewing dates. They are in our Dragonfly computer, so you can phone in or drop in to do it. I'll get Tyler when he's feeling better to get them onto the calendar. But if you're concerned and just need to know, give us a call, right? Call my sewing room, 403-252-3711. All right, what else is happening this week? Well, we're going to round out the week with our We Care Wednesday tomorrow. All our volunteers are coming to work on the purses for the So Powerful charity. Starts at 10:30 and runs till 4:30. And anyone is welcome to drop in and find out what that's all about. Or you can go to the So Powerful website and check out what they do. What's their purpose? What do they make? Who are their people? You know, all the good questions. They also provide you with patterns for the purses. There's a large and small. And they also have a nice video that you can watch. So if you're interested, that's tomorrow, Wednesday, December 3rd for We Care Wednesday. All right. Just a couple of other things I just wanted to mention. Yesterday, I introduced a beautiful line of fabric called Cardinal Celebration by Katrina Pete. It is absolutely gorgeous. And as promised, Dawn has kitted that gorgeous panel with some beautiful fabric, and it is gorgeous. So this includes the pattern, all the fabrics for the quilt top and binding, backing fabric, and batting is required. This makes a 55.5 by 75.5 inch quilt. It's gorgeous. And look at the beautiful, beautiful border fabric. Oh my goodness. Speaking of border fabric, ooh, Dawn and Julie are very, very busy right now making tea towel kits out of this gorgeous fabric. This is the Cardinal Celebration fabric. Each of these are two unhemmed tea towels with the matching fabric so that you can decorate them. Border fabric and instructions included, and this makes two of them, and they're 20 by 36. And she's made some with the gorgeous cardinal and some with the holly boughs. And I'm sorry, but these two are spoken for. They are going home with me because I think one of these and one of these would make really nice Christmas presents together. So those are the lovely tea towels using that Cardinal Celebration fabric that we just got in. Yay! Anyways, that was a lot of work. She put those together overnight. I talked to her and she said, I'll have it ready for you. So she's awesome. Thanks, Dawn. All right, just a couple of other things just to remind you. Bernina still has Brother still has a few Black Friday sales on some of their machines, and that runs until the 5th. So yeah, just the last little part of this week, you know, I think that's the Friday, is it not? I wrote that down somewhere, but I lost it. Yeah, that's till Friday. Friday, December 5th, there's the last of the Brother Black Friday sales. There's 4 sewing machines that they put on special prices. Other than that, of course, they have their lovely creative gift for magical season sale going on until December 31st. So they have some more picks in here, not just sewing. Sewing machines, embroidery machines, scan and cut, sublimation printer, and print moda. They're all there. Plus they have, a wonderful app they call Art Spira. It's free. It's free, and you can download that onto your phone, and then you can do all sorts of wireless connecting to some machines, scan and cut some of the sewing machines, and you can do all of that wonderful applique stuff with just a touch of a button, which is beautiful. And I know that our friend Carol D has actually done this. She has perfected scan and cut and embroidery. So it's wonderful. So that's fun. That's still going on. So that's the Bernina, our brother. Bernina, of course, we talked about this yesterday, is the accessory of the month for December. I put it on a pretty paper now. Let me see if I can hold it straight so you can see it. It is the Bernina and Bernat presser foot options this month. It's 25% off until December 31st, 2025. Yesterday we talked about the number 71 lap foot, which was one of Betty and Cam's pick. Next week we will be picking a different one to talk about, show off, but there are so many beautiful Bernina and Bernat presser feet. Just keep it in mind, if you're purchasing one, it is 25% off until the end of December 31st, 2025. All right. Okay, the other thing, of course, that Bernina has going on right now is their Whoosh book sale. So it's Sew Your Story. This has been going on for a while. It ends, though, December 31st, 2025. And this one, they're talking about the Pro Series machines, whether it's sewing, embroidery, or can't remember what else there is. Let's have a look. Let's take a peek. Oh, Q16s, Q20s, Q24s, the B990, the 735 Pro, 700 Pro, 770 Pro, 790 Pro. Woohoo! You too could be a pro at sewing. Sew your own story. Yes. So those are the sales that are going on. If anything else comes up, we will let you know if there's some goodies happening or whatever, but that is what's happening for the month of December. And that's probably it for me. So Thimble and I will sign off, but we will be back on Thursday at 10:30 a.m. to do the 7th day of Stitchmas. So we're working our way down to the 12th day, and I can't wait. So many fun things. Anyways, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. It is always a fun time, and you guys are awesome. Have a great day, and I will see you